Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we have some repairs to do. There's no doubt about that. So we're going to go ahead and tick forward here. We're definitely going to pass this financial report. There's, I think, no way around that. Kurita's not super happy about us. That's fine. We're going to continue to proceed here. Okay, so there's all of our mech warriors back. We're going to take this financial report. The salamander will be done one day before, but that's fine. We're going to pass on the opportunity for a Solaris license. And one of these days, RogueTech will get rid of this event. There we go. Excellent. That's the financial report. And we'll go ahead and accept a normal financial report for right now. We may want to start thinking about going up to Extravagant, specifically to get the 2 additional techs. There's not really a way to get more techs. But that is something we may want to start thinking about doing. For now, we're going to continue to tick forward, finish up the repairs on the Fafnir and the Madcap Mark II. There we go, the Longbow finishing now, followed by the Awesome, and the Mauler and the Boar's Head. Beautiful. So, let's check the mech bay, make sure everything's good to go. It should be, right? Actually, the Madcap Mark II took an internal crit, apparently. What does the Madcap Mark II need? I don't recall it taking a crit. What happened to the Madcap Mark II here? Well, oh, that's right, the Enhanced LRM-15. I remember that now. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So, we'll go ahead and get that done. I'm not sure that we're going to wait on the Madcap Mark II, though. So we're just going to get this repaired. And I think we're going to deploy the Awesome instead of the Madcap Mark II. I don't think we're going to wait 2 days. So let's hop into the barracks here, see if Kodiak needs anything. What do you got, Kodiak?
Standing by.
He does need a point of guts. Okay, sure. Go ahead and do that. So now let's hop into the command center. And let's see what's available here. Any moment now, Comstar. There we go. So we could definitely bring up our opinion with the Draconis Combine a little bit. Oh, wow, that must be... Yeah, that's an attack and defend. Okay. This is a pretty high compensation battle. It's not just going to be one mech. I can tell you that. I just skimmed this, and I'm like, that sounds suspect. This isn't an urban environment. That may work to our advantage or disadvantage, depending on what they have equipped. Okay. Let's go ahead and negotiate this. I don't think this is a free priority salvage. No. So we'd have to sit straight down the middle. This would bump us back up with the Draconis Combine. I don't really care about that, but that is something that we could think about doing. I mean, this on its own would pay for our month tick. It would... That's not counting repairs, obviously. Repairs and other costs would probably not cover the whole month tick, especially considering this is a 9.5 skull with solid compensation. That usually means that this is going to be a challenging 9.5 skull. Let's go ahead and give it a go and see what... This could be a little on the rough side, but we'll see. We are going to want to bring the Fafnir, which means that we drop Rain, and then I believe... Is it Brother with Fafnir affinities? Yes. So we bring Brother and the Fafnir here. Otherwise, this is good to go. We're leaving the Madcap Mark II at home for right now. Yes, I'm aware that you think it's going to be difficult, Darius. I also think that this is going to be a difficult mission. I mean, if it legitimately is only one enemy mech, that's not going to be difficult. I don't care how powerful that mech is, we're going to be able to shred through its armor super fast. And we'll have it down within 2 turns if we have direct LOS. So, yeah, that's not really going to be a problem. However, there will be more than that. There will be at least 1 escorting lance, and I'm also expecting probably a reinforcement lance, and we should also expect airstrikes. Absolutely. No way around it. Airstrikes will be happening. We've felt out the edge of the airstrike location now, though, And overall, I think I have a better feel for how the airstrikes work We'll talk about that once the airstrikes actually spawn, if the AI does use them, which it probably will. Has a penchant for doing so, shall we say. It's also always a little bit suspicious when it takes this long to load the loading screen, but I'm just chalking that up primarily to the fact that this is urban, right? Urban biomes are much more demanding on the PC, so that's to be expected. It should be loading any moment now, though. But yes, I'm absolutely expecting this to be quite a lot more challenging than some of the previous missions. Like the last one where we dropped in and had like 99% hit odds on round 1. That was, that was exciting stuff. That's probably not going to happen right now. This is definitely a lengthy loading screen for the loading screen. There's no doubt about that. Okay. Looks like we're on our way into the proper loading screen now. Fantastic. Then we can do the briefing. Unusually long there, for sure. But we need to destroy enemy units. Our people took a beating in a recent engagement, Commander, and we lost an entire lance. One of our pilots was killed when their mech fell over, and the last of the Lyran survivors was able to get our mech back on its feet. Now they're hoping to get it safely to their dropship and claim it for their own. We need you to stop their salvage attempt and bring that mech down. It's still an active battlefield down there, so no telling what you'll encounter. We've handled situations like this before, Commander, but I'd still advise caution. If they need a whole merc unit to take out one mech, it must be a pretty serious mech. And yeah, it must be a pretty serious mech, no doubt about that. But I'm more concerned about its escorts, in all honesty. No single mech can really stand up to 8 mechs, right? Like, that's not really a thing that can happen in this game. I mean, there are edge cases where it can happen, but it's very difficult. So we're going to go ahead and begin this mission. All systems are indeed nominal. Heat signature in this area. Okay. Evac up over there. Sounds good. So. We could drop here. Lack of cover. We could drop here and advance up the road. There's cover to either side here. Potentially shoot down these buildings. Yeah, let's do it. We're going to spawn over here on this ramp. There we go. And let's... Okay. Enemy turn in round 1. Okay, we bump directly to round 3, so we are in combat. Nothing showing up on our sensors. But we are definitely in combat. Yeah, no sensor traces whatsoever.
Waiting for orders.
I'm going to take the awesome up over here. Still nothing. Okay, we're not going to fire the LRM-20, but we're going to fire everything else at this large military building.
Aging target. Flatten that one.
Indeed.
Standing by.
Now, the Salamander is going to move up.
Confirmed.
And it's going to fire its medium lasers at this medium military building. We're not going to destroy it, but we'll take it half down.
I hear ya.
Next up is our Mauler, which will move on up here. And we're going to fire additional medium lasers at this medium military building. Will not fire this ER medium laser for heat purposes. I don't want to build up heat. That should take down...
Payday.
Okay. We still don't have eyes on it.
Ready for orders.
But for now, that's okay. We're going to sprint the longbow up here.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
No sensor trace yet.
Good to go.
Which, I'm definitely a little concerned about. We're going to move the Fafnir on up.
Awaiting orders.
It's far too quiet. There's no doubt about this.
Standing by.
Remember, we are in combat. It is way too quiet. If they have artillery, this would be a really good time for them to use it. Moving in phase 20. It kind of feels like it's only the one enemy, doesn't it?
They will be done.
We're going to move the Awesome up here as a scout.
I'll race ya.
Still nothing. I'm going to shoot down this building, because this is currently blocking some LOS.
Firing. Target destroyed.
This building should also go if we want to clear this out. The Salamander is going to just move up over here. And we're going to take down this building.
Roger that. Target confirmed. Fresh real estate available.
Still no eyes. Okay, so I guess in that case, we're just going to sprint up and close in. Whatever it is, it's got some form of a stealth generator. Okay.
No shooting, just running.
It should have shown up on our sensors by now. Perhaps one of those king crab variants? I don't know. We'll see. Our Annihilator is going to close on in. And our Bull Shark will as well. As, of course, will our Longbow and Atlas. For now, we're just trying to close in here. We are in combat, so we can't do this quickly.
I'm here.
But we can move on up. Try to close in a bit. I thought I sprinted that, but apparently not. Yeah, there's definitely only the one unit. There he is. He's a catapult. Catapult 2. Got it. Okay. So.
Wow, that was bad.
Yeah, he also managed to injure himself with that. So that wasn't as bad as it might have been. The Awesome is going to dip over here into this cover. And we're going to fire on this catapult too, but not with the heavy PPCs. We're going to fire like this. We're going to Warlord. And we're going to see what we get done here. We're mostly looking to make the catapult 2 unsteady. That's our primary goal here. We got, I think, one missile in there. It wasn't great, but the Salamander will be in a much, much better position to do this. So we're probably best off firing improved rounds here, I think. Although, the lower the hit odds, sometimes AX is still better. We lose about 10% hit odds here, which is roughly half of our hit odds. So I think we're going to fire like this. We're just looking to build up instability on this catapult 2.
Confirmed.
There we go. We made him unsteady and he loses his evasive. That's perfect. The Longbow is going to want to sit back somewhere like here.
Moving to position.
And we're just going to lob some LRMs at this catapult, looking for armor damage at this point. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
Now the Mauler is going to dip back over here.
Moving to position.
And we have a fairly clear LOS here. Hopefully we don't hit the Fafnir here. But we're going to fire everything we've got. We're also going to Warlord to boost our odds a little bit.
Firing on target.
Okay, we didn't stray shot, but we also didn't hit with the heavy Gauss. I would rather miss than stray shot, but I was willing to take the risk. The Annihilator is going to walk up over here. Are we better off getting slightly closer? It's about the same. So we're going to position here then, and we'll go ahead and once again Warlord. We're going to fire this in cluster mode, I think, for the purposes of armor shred. Those clusters both fully missed. That's sad. But that's a knockdown. If this is legitimately the only mech here, with this level of compensation, that's going to be insane.
Yes, Commander.
The bull shark is going to step over here. This is not in minimum range of catapult, so, or rather of the long tom. So we're going to fire this, and hopefully we are not close enough to splash damage, but if we are, it'll be fairly distant.
Roger that.
Okay, so that was just a straight up miss with the long tom. That's okay.
Need something, Chief?
The Fafnir will close in over this way. We would like to not be in stray shot territory. So we'll Warlord and fire with everything we've got.
Targeting for health strap.
And he's just dead.
All primary targets have been destroyed.
Hostile eliminated.
Primary target down. We can head for the pickup over here. Okay, so there must be other enemies. So we're going to head over this way with our boar's head.
Advancing, I guess.
It's possible that they haven't spawned yet. Okay, here we go. A leopard coming in on radar over to here. That's actually kind of perfect. That's in between us and our landing site. We just exited combat, so we're going to position for dealing with this leopard. We're going to put our longbow over here, drop our heat. Our Mauler comes on over. Our Awesome comes on over and drops its heat. The Bull Shark comes on over, the Fafnir. They're all dropping heat and positioning to fight this new force. The Boar's Head will head out into here.
There. Okay.
Okay. And let's see what we... Ghost Bear. Okay. That's in addition to these guys? No. This is these guys. So they've got an Executioner, a Chaparral, a Highlander, a Summoner, and a Serrano. Okay. So this Chaparral could, in theory, do quite a bit of damage, but it's only a single arrow 4. I don't see anything just amazingly threatening here. Maybe the Summoner? We're going to reserve for the moment.
Standing by.
Let's see what they do here. This is going to be their helicopter, which is not amazingly threatening, remember. It's got a tag, dual AMS, and an ER large laser. So that's not a problem. It backs off, doesn't even fire. Okay. So, who do we move in this round? The Mauler, the Fafnir, the Annihilator. All of these I want to reserve. Who do we move in round 22? The Awesome? We reserve the Awesome. Who do we move in round 18? The Salamander, the Fafnir, the Bull Shark, which we do want to move here. The Bull Shark will move up. And the Bull Shark is going to launch its Long Tom at this Chaparral. And we'll even Warlord to boost our hit odds here.
Firing all weapons.
And actually, we one-shot the Chaparral. The only unit there that was really a threat to us. That's amazing. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. We'll reserve everyone else. In phase 17, we will move our Atlas. The Boar's Head is going to step up over this way. And it's going to drop its artillery on this Highlander 2C. So we'll go ahead and Warlord that. We're not going to fire Shape Charge. We're going to fire High Explosive.
Here we go.
And that'll strip quite a lot of armor off. Beautiful. It did not make either of these unsteady, but that's fine. From here, we want to reserve everything until after they move at least one of these units other than the helicopter. Okay, so this is going to be the Highlander 2C moving now. We do expect that it has a little... Let's see what it does. It jumps and braces. Okay, in that case, we're going to reserve. We'll allow the Summoner to move. Let's see what it does. Any moment now, Summoner. It jumps on top of this building. And also braces. Okay. Well, in that case, we reserve until after the guy over here moves. What is that? An Executioner. So we reserve back to phase 8. Okay. He moves now. And let's see what he does. Does he also brace? Note that they haven't fired with any of these units. He does also brace. Okay. So no point in continuing to reserve. Our Fafnir will move up. And it's just a matter of hit odds at this point. Serrano, 17.9. Executioner, 30. Highlander 2C, 50. We don't have LOS on the Summoner due to this building blocking it. So we'll go ahead and potshot a bit at this Highlander. We could theoretically kill it if we get good clustering, but let's see. LRM ammo explosion means that he is no longer braced. Okay, that was pretty solid.
I'm receiving you.
So the Awesome is going to move up here. We're not going to sprint it for better hit odds, but we'll fire on this Cyrano. It does have 6 evasive, and it does have dual AMS, so we're not really expecting too much here. If we manage to roll well, we'll destroy it, but we're not expecting necessarily to kill it. It actually didn't fire its AMS there, did it? Or did we accidentally shoot at the Summoner? Wait, I'm a little confused there. Never mind, we're going to move the Mauler up.
On my way.
Hit odds obviously mean we go for the Highlander, and this could very easily be a kill. And that indeed.
Enemy down.
So that's 2 Ghost Bears down. Next up is going to be our Annihilator, closing on in.
We'll go.
It has a hit odd on everyone here. So, let's take a look. Summoner, 81%. I think we take that, actually. Yeah, I think we go for the Summoner here. This is going to be a pretty good armor strip. No, not erratic maneuvering. That was a misclick. We want to attack the Summoner. There we go.
Confirmed.
And we actually managed to take down the building accidentally, which means that the Summoner takes a bunch of fall damage. Okay, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
The Salamander is going to close in over here.
On my way.
Now, the Salamander can go for a kill on the Cyrano, it can go for an armor strip on the Executioner, or it can go for probably a kill on the Summoner. I think that we go for the Summoner here. I want to kill on that Summoner. We're going to fire Improved because its armor is so low.
Firing.
It's trying very hard to AMS.
Solid.
Incredibly close to a kill there. That's a knockdown, a massive overheat. And a whole bunch of engine crits. I have never seen that many engine crits without a destruction before. Okay, well, that was definitely a lot of damage to that Summoner. So the Longbow is going to move up.
Confirmed.
Oh, more happening to the Summoner there. The Longbow has okay hit odds on the Serrano. Or we could go for the kill on the Summoner, and I think that's what we're going to do. We're just going to not fire the ELRMs. And we're going to fire the enhanced LRM-15s.
Engaging with target.
And that's finally an engine destruct.
Mech destroyed.
So 1 Summoner down. And next round. So, the Serrano and the Executioner should easily die this round. I think there's no doubt about that. We'll see what the Serrano decides to do now that 3/5 of their star have been eliminated. Firing on the Longbow. I don't really care about that. That's not very relevant. So at this point, the Bull Shark is going to step up.
On my way.
I think that the obvious choice is to shoot at the Executioner for armor strip here. So we'll go ahead and do so. He does have a UAC-20 there, so we would prefer that that not do too much damage to us. So we'll strip off a little bit of armor there. The Awesome is going to position up over here.
Acknowledged.
And odds are good. Oh, wow. Look at those odds on the Serrano. Okay. Yeah, it didn't actually move. We don't need to Warlord. What am I doing? We can just fire on the Serrano here, and this is pretty much a guaranteed kill. We're going to overheat, but it should be fine. One very dead Serrano there.
Target neutralized.
Excellent. So all that's left now is that Executioner. The Boar's Head is going to position up over this way. I would like to find a direct LOS, but I don't think one exists. So we'll actually stay put. And we'll just drop artillery on this guy.
I'll try.
Good armor. He is rocking that 40% damage reduction, but our Salamander is going to step in over here.
Got it.
And hit odds are quite good. We will Warlord to make them even better. And we're going to fire AX rounds here for maximal armor strip. That's a structure exposure. Streak SRM ammo explosion. A whole lot of destruction, actually, there. So, this Executioner doesn't have much left.
What's up?
The Fafnir is going to head on up.
Move order received.
And it will also fire on the Executioner. We can Warlord this. This could easily be a kill on the Executioner. Very easily. Kind of awkward spread there, but it is overall a kill on the Executioner. Excellent. And we're out of here.
Successful.
That wasn't too bad. I was actually expecting an Escort Lance in addition to the Reinforcement Lance. I was expecting there to be 4 additional units, and then the Ghost Bears drop in afterward. Or, well, while we're partway through destroying one of those units. Ultimately, that wasn't bad. I think that's mostly chalked up to RNG. Not so much the current difficulty plus cost combo. I was expecting that to be more challenging. Overall, we barely took any damage. Like, we took a single large laser hit on the longbow, and the Awesome took some SRM hits from the catapult, and that's like it. They want the Executioner. You know what? They can have it. I don't care. They can have that. Sure. That's fine. Let's see here. Clan LRM-20s are really strong. We do have 2 of them. There's also an MRM-40 available here. We have 4 of those in stock. Clan LRM-20s are amazingly good, though. And we're probably going to take those, barring anything else just super good in here. Yeah, we'll do that. The reason Clan LRM-20s are so good is because they only weigh 5 tons. They're half the weight of Inner Sphere LRM-20s. It's insane. We do have a Narc launcher here. We'll get rid of that. A Sheathed Beacon. I believe we already have a Sheathed Beacon. We have 2 of them. A basic cockpit. We don't need that. A Clan standard FCS. We'll keep that around just in case. And an Omnipod lower arm. We can get rid of that. Overall, that was actually exceptionally profitable. Like, that did really, really well for us. Only a single star plus the mech in question. Yeah, that was far easier than I expected. And far easier than we should expect at this difficulty, in my opinion, as well. So, in terms of actual damage that we took, it was minimal. Repairs will be done very quickly. We are absolutely going to be able to deploy again this month. If we consistently have this easy of a time in 9-10 skulls, we're going to start thinking about pushing that difficulty even further. But so far, this is going quite well. Now that we've figured out some ways around the airstrikes, I think, we're doing pretty well. So that's great. Yeah, 16,000 C-bills in 3 days for repairs. Like I said, we barely took anything. So overall, we're going to be done repairing in 2 days. You know what? Let's go ahead and do the tick right now. It is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to be ready to deploy this. I'm going to take 1 more day to get Kodiak back, and then let's just make sure that he's got the training done here. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. There's nothing to be done on Kodiak. So let's just go ahead and say, I will see you all next time.